Shalom, family. Grand rising to everyone. It is early. I'm doing an early video this rising. I did a video yesterday talking about Elder or Minister Tamara, who had did remembrance. And I meant to say a few other things that she had brought up that made me think a lot. And it made me think of something so much that I thought, let me do an early video this rising because I don't want to forget it. Even though I write it down, sometimes the point or how I want to say things. So I just like to get it out. Um, I was saying how she was saying that once you learn the truth, there's no way that you can not change. You have to change. Um, Yes, once you learn the truth, there's just no way you can stay the same. It's impossible. Um, and she asked the question, how or what has changed since you've come to truth? And I thought, a lot. I think differently. I see things differently. I hear things differently. I work out 5 days a week to make sure I'm strong and healthy, and it feels so great. I've lost um, I don't know if I lost whole lot of weight more than I lost inches, which is all like always something I've always wanted to do. Um, but I also was working out this rising, and I had this thing come to me. So I work out with this couple on YouTube, and they have music in the background. And I mean, some of the songs that I hear, you could just hear it, and you're like, okay. This rising, it's a new month, so I start a new workout and I'll do it all month. Well, actually, I'll have two that I'll just, alternate back and forth for a month. And so I have two new videos that I was working on, working out with. And this one song just said, she was just gonna put the witchcraft on you. I was like, oh wow, just be honest. I like that. I like that. Just most times in the movies, in the music, they disguise it, right? I mean, now they just telling you what it is. This is what we're doing. And people still not paying attention because they haven't heard the truth or been remembered of the truth. Um, I can remember when I was a young child, probably 10, 9 or 10, and the things that my earthly father used to say about the Most High, like he'd like to kick his ass, and how he wish he'd come on down here so he can do this, that, and the other to him. And I used to be like saying things that was actually in the Bible that I didn't even know because my earthly father used to ask me, "Well, how do you know he's real?" I don't know. I just know he's real. He told me he was real. And my father used to look at me like I was crazy, like, yeah, he told you. How'd you call him? I mean, how'd you talk to him? Did you call him on the phone? Um, did he write you a letter? I mean, he would just say really stupid things to me. And it used to make me feel bad because I was like, I know what I'm talking about. I know he's real, but I just didn't know how to articulate it as a child. Um, like Minister Tamara was saying in the video Daily Remembrance, we were once in his presence, right? But then we came here on earth. And once we were born, now you have the world teaching you things. You have your parents that are worldly teaching you things, and you forget where you came from. So once you learn the truth, now you're back in remembrance of where you were. or where you were supposed to be, who you were called to be, right? And so as a child, I knew what I was talking about. I knew it. Like you couldn't tell me. I used to say God back then, but you couldn't tell me he wasn't real. I knew it. But I couldn't, I didn't know how to explain it. I didn't know how to read the Bible really, and I didn't know how, but I can do it today, right? Um, and I was thinking about the Most High will come to you and give you stuff to say, just so it can reach people, right? So this is what I was doing. I was looking at some paper that my daughter had left on the table. I like stuff in order, right? I know this looks a mess, but that's because I just don't have the space to put my stuff the way I'd like it to be. But she had these papers there on this table, and it's kind of been there forever. So I'm just going through it, and I saw an advertisement for alignment to get your car in alignment, and then it hit me, boom! I tell you, them downloads be off the chain. When you are in alignment with the Most High Yah, it doesn't stop the storms. It doesn't stop the enemy from coming to attack you. But when you are in alignment with the Most High, it just makes the ride a little smoother. It's still going to get rough, but it's not going to be as rough if you didn't have Him. And that's the same with getting your car in alignment. It doesn't stop the roads from being bumpy. It's rough. Them roads are potholes and all the things, they are out there still. But when your car is in alignment, you still going to get them bumps, but it just makes it a little smoother. I was like, boy, the Most High is amazing. But yeah, that's just how He is. You have to get in alignment with Him. And once you do, everything makes more sense. I watch movies today, and, I used to be into movies, like really into movies. But today, when I watch movies, I see them completely different. I don't see them with the worldly eyes. I see them with the Most High. I see him with the eyes he's giving me. It's like, I see that. Mm. And I usually ended up turning it off. Um, the music that I hear, you hear it. Mm. But if I was in the world, I'd have been singing it, because it's like, okay, hey, no. No, no, no. Words mean stuff. You have to know that you just can't be speaking words and saying things, because you don't know what you're doing. Like you, man, you'll have to excuse me. I ate some grits this rising. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to make a really quick video to say that when you learn the truth, you definitely can't go back. Like you just can't. Like you could try. You can definitely try. So, I used to be I would say addicted to watching porn. I used to watch it like it was a TV show all day. Like I would just watch it all the time. And I can't tell you when the last time I watched porn. I can't watch it. Sex is marriage and marriage is sex. That does not, it's not in alignment with marriage. You got people meeting each other on the street, and next thing you know, the legs are up. It's like, oh no, I can't watch that. Um, these videos that they be having on, I just can't watch it anymore. I see the destruction in it. I hear the music, and it's just like, mm, it sounds horrible to me now. But you know how they get you. They get you with the beat. right, move, moving to the beat, and the next thing you know, you learning the words, and before you know it, you done spoke a curse over you and your family. But you having a good time because you jamming to the beat. But the thing that is so wild to me now is that, or maybe it's just because I see differently, it's everywhere and they're not hiding it. They're outright just putting it out there. It's wild. It's really wild. Like this, like I said, this rising, watching a new video that I'm, working out with, and the song literally said that she was gonna put her witchcraft on you. And it was like a little country song. It was a cute little beat to it. But thankfully, my ears are open, my eyes are open, my senses are aware. When you speak to someone, I remember back in the day when I used to be in the dating world, I used to be out here dating, and I was on um, probably a dating app, and they would ask you your religious background, or, are you affiliated, are you a Baptist, Christian, whatever. And I can remember talking to these different men, and they were saying, Um, they believe in God. They trust God. He's the head of their life. But that was just lip service. If you follow the Most High Yah, you just do things differently. You just do. You can't help but just do it the right way. And if you are in alignment with the Most High, you'll see it, you'll hear it, and you'll know. Like you said, you know them by their fruit, right? You know them by their fruit. Um, and sometimes they giving you fruit, but it's poisonous fruit, you know? And you have to know the difference. That is why the Most High sends certain people to do certain things, like my pastor, like Minister Tamara. We all have a story, but once you learn the truth, you can be honest about who you used to be. It don't even phase you anymore. Listen to Minister Tamara talk about herself the way she used to be. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, what? And it's like, but we all had a story, we've all had a story. And once you come into the truth, now you're okay by being transparent about who you used to be. Because I'm not ashamed. This is what I used to do. But look at me today. Look at the Most High Yah. Look what He has done for me, you know? And it blew my mind to hear the stuff she was saying. Um, And I could just imagine when people look at my videos as well, the things that I've said, it's like, because honestly, when I talk about who I used to be, it just like, wow, I was out there. I mean, I was out there, and it just shows you how hard the enemy works to get you. He will go all out to come and get you to fall. Because look, let's be clear. The enemy knows. Enemy already knows it's fake. It knows that when the Most High comes back, it already knows where it's going. It knows. It just wants some company. Misery loves company. Look, I don't want to go by myself. I know where I'm going. Now let's see how many I can bring with me. So they'll use shame, embarrassment, try to use your past to destroy who Yah has called you to be. Yeah, I don't think no one can ever say that they learned the truth and they say that they backslide. I don't know how you backslide. Let me tell you something. Because okay, okay, I don't want to make this video so long because I have another another part that I want to talk about. So I'm gonna actually make another video because like I said, I don't like to make the videos too long. Um, Even though I know that what I have to say is important. Um, but I don't want to hold you forever. Um, because I know that I can just get it out there and just tell you what it is. Sometimes, because I have so many stories, it takes me a minute to get it all out. So I'm just going to make another video and talk about this other part because this one is a something. It was something else I got this rising too. Um, Excuse me, y'all know I got this sitting on my lap. Um, but yeah, so I promote my pastor always. I promote SOC always because I am blessed. I am thankful to be a part of SOC. But if you really, really are serious about learning who the Most High has called you to be, hashtag FINDKOFI, hashtag find Kofi. That's my pastor. He teaches you truth that you can actually look up and see for yourself. See, I'm a visual learner. I need to see stuff. You can't just talk to me. I need to see it with my own eyes. And he makes sure you do that. Like whatever he tells us, whatever he teaches us, we can look it up and see that he is not telling no lies. We have an amazing, amazing leader in Pastor Kofi, Elder Alma, his beautiful wife, even Solomon, their handsome son, our prince. He could teach you some things. He's 10. Can you imagine how he's going to be when he is 20? Oh, to be raised in the truth. Man, I wish that I was. I wish my children would have been done that way. Because then my grandchildren, but now I'm praying that I can be a tool to help my grandchildren and my children see. Right now, you know, I have my grandson that I homeschool. The things he say, it just warms my heart because he's concerned about his mom. He wants his mom to learn the truth. And I pray that he can be the tool to help her see. He's also 10 and he's still doing little things, but you raise them the way that they're supposed to go so that when they get older, they won't depart from it. He won't forget it. He won't forget it. So, yeah. Once you learn the truth, you do become so new. That's why I get what it means to be born again. Now I get it. We were already in his presence, but now we've been on the earth, and this is the devil's playground, as my auntie used to say. And so now that you lived through this, now you have to be reborn back into the truth that you once knew. And you are definitely a new person. Greatness. New. It's a beautiful thing. Mm. It makes me cry tears of joy because I was so far gone. Like I was so out there um, that I never thought that this would be who I am today. I never thought that. I didn't think it was a possibility. Because, I told y'all in several of my videos, I thought I was a spawn of the devil because I thought my earthly father was the devil. And I was his child. So that's who I believed I was. But today I know I'm a child of the Most High Yah. And who he's called me to be is excellence. So I shall chat with you guys later. Have an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to read some scriptures or a chapter. Look up some words that didn't make sense as you were reading so that you can get clarity. Don't just look in one area, look in others. When you Google stuff, you got to really do your research because they don't want you to find the truth. So, shalom, family. Chat with you later.